All right. Another home win for us. We really have created something special here. Our fan base is just tremendous. Atlanta had a 51-point second half and really made us work for that. But we took care of business at home and through stretches of that game were really efficient and did a lot of good things. But hats off to Atlanta for that 51-point second half. Really made us work for it. We saw Jazz in attack mode tonight that we haven't seen all season. Her ability to play north-south tonight and play with change of pace and tempo really created a lot of opportunities for not only herself but for her teammates with her 9 assists. And then, Shakina Strick stayed red hot from the three-point line. And again, the driving lanes are bigger when she's making shots or when you have to help when people are playing downhill like Jazz was playing, then you're going to create some opportunities for Strick. So that starting group was really, really solid in stretches on both ends of the ball.
Nice to be 9-1 at this point and set a franchise record.
Yeah, excited about that start. It's not easy. We finished 9-1 to end the regular season last year, and to start 9-1 to think that we're in a regular season stretch of 18-2 you don't see it very often in this league. I think only 2 teams have started better than 9-1. So, really excited about that, excited about our 6-0 start here. We're not back here for, seems like, forever. Really, really important. You see a synergy with that starting group, and they're playing really well together and believe. And even though, we'll be disappointed in some aspects defensively in that second half, really excited about 9-1 and where we're at.
Considering the closeness of this team, how well you know each other, last year they had your number. Is it nice to get the first 2 against them and maybe get them out of your head a little bit?
Yeah, clearly coming into the year, everything changes with injuries and everything, but you look on paper and you say Washington and Atlanta, who finished in the top 3 in the league last year, were the teams to beat in the East. So to already win the series with Washington now guaranteed us nothing worse than a tie with Atlanta going into the season. That would be incredible. Now we turn around and play a really talented offensive team in Chicago that's off to a great start under their new staff. So everything changes. But if you told us going into the year that before July we wohave have won a series and it guaranteed ourselves at least a tie with Atlanta and Washington, we couldn't have wished for anything better than that.
Coming out of the media timeout, close game, you want Tavana to go Strick in that situation?
Sometimes you play through other people that create opportunities for Strick. Not always directly to her. She garners so much attention that sometimes when you put her in action, it opens things up for other people. When you put her in different places, it opens things up so you don't always, you can use her different ways to create advantages for other people. Again, we're comfortable playing through JJ. Again, in close games, even though Courtney was saddled with some foul trouble tonight, in close game situations, you're going to feel good about playing through Courtney also. But with Jazz's attack mode tonight, we wanted the ball in Jazz's hands a lot in this game.
Curt, you see Strick laying there under the basket, not moving. Does the season flash before your eyes a little bit, or do you kind of just don't hope for the best there? Or what?
Yeah, you want to know about the foul call. Is on my mind. On your mind is, who's the next person up. It's uncanny how many injuries have already happened in this league this year. And so, no one feels sorry for yourselves in this league, and so, your mind, immediately races on who's going to help us get to the finish line tonight. But thankfully, it wasn't anything serious.
Speaking of the finish line, fourth quarter has been really big for you, and while the outcome may not have been in doubt, it wasn't going the same way, but then when the time came to close it out and shut the door, you still came up big.
Yeah, they were certainly more calm than I was, and had confidence that they were going to make plays down the stretch. I was frustrated at times that we weren't getting stops, and when we don't get stops, we couldn't run, and so it was magnifying the execution in the fourth quarter of half-court execution, and they're a really talented rim-protecting team. And so when you can't string together stops and get to run against that team and you're stuck in the half court against them, they can grind you at times to a halt. And they did in stretches in that fourth quarter, but our players executed some really important plays down the stretch.
Coach, how would you rate Brittany Sykes' performance for them? I think she had 14 over 18 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, she got hot, and she's a fantastic athlete. And so that she's capable of that, and she really sparked them in that fourth quarter, but it wasn't just her. Like it was a little bit of everybody. So she's a tough matchup when she can get going.
You guys have had one of those moments in pretty much every game, although mostly it's been in the third quarter. What do you do to make that not happen? I mean, you've always rallied back, but some really big leads have disappeared.
Well, that's what happens in this league, across the board, and you're going to have some slippage. You're going to have some possessions where you do everything perfect, and those other teams are going to make shots with their great players. You're not going to hold down teams forever. So there's going to be inevitably runs in this league and runs in every game. And you just got to try to minimize instead of it becoming an 11-0 or a 13-1, a 13-2 run, can you stop it at 6-0? Can you stop it, at 8-4 instead of these, 11-0, 12-0 runs that in one stretch happened? And it's a league of runs. So you're going to go through that. You just hope to stop them and don't let it get too big.
You don't think it's because of the size of the leads?
No, it has nothing to do with that.
It's not a lack of concentration?
No.
One more question.
World leads in the NBA playoffs by 20 plus points. Curt, is this sort of what you were looking for tonight, the little bit more from everybody kind of thing?
Yeah, I think tonight was a confidence boost for Rachel. We played her off the ball a lot when you have two talented point guards like Jazz and Leja. So without Leja, putting back Rachel, who is a true combo guard and can play point, I think that was a confidence builder. You see, growth. I liked Morgan's minutes tonight. Probably could have extended them more. And we got both centers in the game, so we're going to really need the bench, and especially right now with 11 people, we're going to, all hands on deck.
And Strick continues death from above, so that helps.
Pardon me?
And Strick continues death from above, so that definitely
Yeah,
helps.
Strick is in a groove like we haven't seen, so really impressive how she's shooting the ball.
Thanks, Curt.
Okay.
Thank you.